Hey, this is Sam with the Nashville Home Guys, and as we continue to update you about the market here in Middle Tennessee, we're going to go over the December numbers and talk a little bit about what interest rates have done to housing prices, what the inventory looks like, and what that means for you. So let's hop right into it. So the first thing we're going to look at is the average sales price. I have three graphs pulled up right now. This orange line is going to be the entire MLS in Middle Tennessee. This Davidson County line right here, which is dark blue, and then Williamson County, which is this green, teal, I don't know what that is. I get weird around greens. But anyways, so first thing right here, you're gonna see what the average sales price was in December for all of these areas. So in the entire MLS, it was $503,000, and that was up 12.5% over December of last year. Davidson County, $620,000, and that was up 25%. And then Williamson County, $1,065,000, and that was up 11.3%. We are starting to see a trend though, so we are up from last year. However, prices have started to flatten out. And I have this on a monthly average for each month, and I can smooth it out a little bit for a rolling 3-month average. And you can see the trend is we are starting to level off, which is what we expected. In fact, in Williamson County and even Davidson County, we saw the average sales price go down, and then it's starting to come back up and level off again. So as rates have started to stabilize, I think we're getting a little bit more buying activity. However, prices have definitely cooled off, and that is a great thing if you're buying. So here's where it gets really interesting, and that is the amount of new listings that hit the market. And so we're always going to forecast a little bit of a downturn in inventory during the winter months, especially when we're talking about holidays and all this fun season that we have with friends and family. But we are seeing a exceptional slowdown with just the uncertainty in the market and some of the interest rates. And so, with new listings, we have seen a 16% decrease in the entire MLS, 27% decrease in Williamson County, and a 3% decrease in Williamson County. And you can see that really has just dropped off since June across the board. So, less homes hitting the market, prices starting to average out a little bit. Let's look at the amount of homes for sale at the end of the month. So this is a snapshot of all the inventory at the end of a given month. For the entire MLS, we're actually have a little increase over December of last year. Davidson County, we're down 7%, and then Williamson County, we're up 26% over December of last year. And I think that has to do with a couple things. One, there's a lot of new construction being completed in Williamson County, and then two, there are a lot of homes that are just staying on the market for longer. And so you're starting to have more inventory as a whole in our MLS system. Now, pending sales. So these are the amount of homes that went under contract in December, and this is where the numbers start to get really staggering. Now, we all know that interest rates have taken a huge jump this year. The stock market's been a little bit crazy, so naturally, consumer confidence has gone down. People have pulled back a little bit, and we're just seeing less activity in the market. And so you'll see that pending sales are down almost 51% throughout the entire MLS system. Davidson County, pretty much the same story, almost 51%. And then Williamson County, almost 60% less pending sales in December of 2022 versus December of 2021. And that really holds true in the amount of closed sales as well. So the amount of homes that actually closed in the month of December. And again, down almost 38% during the entire MLS, almost 40% in Davidson County, and Williamson County, 32.4%. So a steady decrease in the amount of closed sales each month since our peak, which was back in June. And then for days on the market, so the amount of days that a listing usually stays active before it goes under contract. And you can see, man, back in June, again, which was during our peak, we were at the floor here. We just, as soon as something hit the market, boom, up on Friday, multiple offers on Sunday. You choose which one you want, and the house never made it past the weekend. And that has dramatically shifted with these numbers in the market. So we are up to an average This is a median. Let's go back to the average. We are up to an average days on market, about 30 days for the entire MLS. Close to 25 days in Davidson County and close to 30 days in Williamson County. And just look at this, it's up 136% in Williamson County, up 64% in Davidson, and up almost 100% in the MLS. So times are changing. I mean, and the numbers show it. The last thing we're gonna look at is just the month's supply of inventory. And a balanced market is 5 or 6 months. Typically under 5 months is a seller's market, over 6 months is a buyer's market because you have a lot of inventory. So again, kind of back in, actually our lowest days on market was back in February, or month supply was back in February at just 1.3 in Williamson County, 1.6 in Davidson County. We've really kind of hovered under 2 up until June, where it kind of hit that, June kind of split that 2.5 month. And coincidentally enough, and again, I think this is because we've seen such few listings hit the market, as we saw back on that new listings chart, we are still at a 2.5 month supply of inventory. So we are still at a very low inventory. So what does all this mean? And we knew the market was going to change at some point. The interest rate rose so quickly over the course of a year. I mean, over double at one point when rates hit their peak at like 7.5, that buyers could no longer afford the homes, for the most part, of what they were selling at, even a couple months prior. And so it completely shifted the price range. If you are searching for a house right now or thinking about buying, it's a really good time to buy. Houses are staying on the market longer. You have more time to decide. There is more inventory. And eventually rates will come down and you can refinance. So if you can stomach a little bit of a higher, monthly mortgage rate, just know that everybody's predicting in 6 months to a year, rates will start to come down, and they already have. A couple months ago we were at I think 7.3, 7.4, and right now I think the average was 6.1, right around there. So rates are starting to fall, and you're going to be able to refinance. When the rates do come back down and really stabilize, we will see more buyers enter the market, and what we're seeing here on paper is that we still will not have the inventory to accommodate the amount of pent-up demand for when people do enter the market. So we probably will enter more of a competitive landscape once those rates do stabilize and once people are a little more comfortable about buying. So again, if you can stomach it now, it's a great time to buy. If you have to wait, totally understand. Just know that our inventory is still not growing at the rate that we thought it would, though it is better than it has been, especially earlier this year and in the summer. For my sellers out there, don't think this is a terrible time to sell. If you're looking for your upgrade home, if you're looking to move to a new area, if you're looking to downsize, I just talked about how good of a time it is to buy right now, and the same holds true for you. So, back in earlier this year, early summer, when I had people sell their house, they were having to jump into the buyer market like everybody else and compete against a lot of cash offers, a lot of multiple offer situations, and now that just isn't the case. In fact, we're able to get contracts accepted with home sale contingencies and with all of the contingencies in place that protect you, to the best degree that we can. But the expectation on your home should be tempered, on your current home sales price should be tempered just a little bit. We want to make sure that the appearance is good. We want to make sure that your property is ready to be marketed, that little things are touched up, the landscaping looks good. We want to make sure that your house is in the best condition possible so that we increase the buyer pool and get you the highest purchase price. Because as you can see, we haven't lost a lot of value, but it's just plateaued. And so we have to do a little bit more preparation just to make sure that your house appeals to a large group, and you should still be good to go. So this is a market update. We're going to keep you guys posted, definitely, as these rates change and as the market changes, and keep tapping into us monthly, because this is something we've been following closely and trying to update you as best we can. So thanks, and the Nashville Home Guys will get you moving.